Let us first discuss about the if statement. The general form of if statement is, if this condition is true, the condition written inside the parenthesis. If this condition is true, execute this statement. The if keyword tells the compiler that whatever follows is a decision control instruction. The conditions for the if are written inside the parenthesis. And remember, if is a keyword. If this condition is true, the statement is executed. If this condition is not true, the statement is not executed. Instead, it will go past it. Let's see what it looks like in a flowchart. So consider the start as something that is there before the if condition. So in the if condition, we check is the condition true. If it is true, do this and go to the stop condition, or do whatever comes after this. If this condition is not true, then directly go here. Do not go through this path. So in a way, we are controlling the path that the program is taking. If the condition is true, we take this path. If the condition is false, we come directly to this path. Let us see this with an example. So here I have a simple program.
Let me change it to include a variable.
Let's say I call it int num equals to 5. And then I'll write a if statement. If, and I start the brackets, num, we give double equals to for comparison. I'll show you all these comparison operators after this program. If num is equals to 5, then I want to print the number is 5.
Let's go ahead and build this.
So I get here the number is 5. Oops, I made a typo.
Now let me change this value to 4. I build it again
and I run it, but this time I don't see any output. Why I don't see any output is because I have given a condition. If number is equal to 5, then print this.
But my number value is 4. So this condition is evaluated to false. Now to show you that it indeed takes true or false, let me write here just true. When I go to build this program, what I see is an error that true is undeclared. That's because C does not understand the word true, and it is indeed defined in a library called stdbool. So let us just include that. We'll try and build once again, and we see that all the errors are gone. Let's execute this and see. And we see that the number 5 statement is getting printed. And we have mentioned true here. Let's change it to false. And build it. We run it and see. We see that it is not executed. So one thing to note here is, any condition what we give here inside the if parenthesis will be checked whether the condition is true or false, and then the decision will be taken whether the statement has to be executed or not. One more thing is, for an if statement, the immediate block is considered. That means if I write an if here, the immediate block is here nothing but the printf statement, and only this is considered. If I write one more printf statement, or for that matter any other statement, but since we are using only printf to understand the flow, I write a printf statement. This is outside if. Let me execute this. We had seen that this was not getting executed when this is false, but this line is still getting printed here. So that means the if is not considering this statement as part of its block. So what happens if we want to have more than one statement as a part of the if block? We can add them in parentheses. So we add them in curly braces inside here, from this brace to this brace is a block of this if statement. So whatever we write inside the parenthesis will be considered to be a part of that if block. So I can write one more printf statement here. Let me execute this and see. If I run this, see, I'm not getting the statement here. That is because the statement is considered to be a part of this if block and the condition is false. Let's change it to true. We build it again and run it. Now we have got the statement. This is inside if, the number 5, this is outside if. So the flow is, it's checking for this condition, the condition is true, it's executing these two statements and then it is executing this statement. This is how if block works. It's always good to use parentheses whenever we use if statements, because in this situation where we don't use parentheses, let's say I take only this and I build it. Let me close this. I build and I execute it. So all the statements are getting printed. But if I change it to false, let me give /n here. You see, only this statement is getting disabled. Only this statement is not executed as part of this if. Only this statement is inside its block, or we can say inside its authority to execute or not execute. But if we want both the statements, we have to put them in parentheses.
And it's always good to include, even if one statement, include it in parentheses so that there is no confusion.
Now if I run it again, first build it, since any change we make calls for a build, and now we see that these two statements are not executed. So for an if statement, for a if condition, if we want more than one statements to be executed based on the conditions, we have to include them in their parentheses. And it's always a good practice to include them even if there is one statement included in the parentheses. So the general form of if statement is, if this condition is true, execute this statement, or a better way to say it would be, if check for an expression and then the statements. So if the expression is true, all the statements will be executed. If this statement is false, this statement will be skipped. If statement also works for arithmetic expressions. 3 plus 2 modulo 5 is a non-zero value, and in C, a non-zero value is considered to be true and any zero value is considered to be false. So this statement will get executed. Similarly for A equals to 10. A equals to 10 is basically an assignment. So we are assigning the value of 10 to A and the statement gets printed. Even if the condition is -5, it will get executed. So let's see this again in a program. So let me write the exact statements that we have here. If 3 plus 2 modulo 5, printf num equals to 10, this also works. And lastly I check for a negative value. If -5, printf, amazing, this too works. One more thing I want to tell you is, like I said, this is an assignment. We are assigning the value of 10 to num. So at the end, we just print the value of num and see if 10 was actually assigned to it. So we'll just print the value of num is equals to %d and the argument is num. We'll build this code, run it. So we have this works, this also works. Amazingly, this works too, and the value of num is 10. So in this statement, 10 was assigned to this number, and since the execution happened perfectly, it returned true. And this executed. -5 is a non-zero value, and any non-zero value is considered to be true. So this was executed. This is also a non-zero value after execution. So this is also executed. Let me change it to make it 0. Build it again. Run it. So as soon as I change it to 0, the statement is not printed. That is how if statements work in C.
Hi, I'm Vivek. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. Do like, share and comment. They are huge motivations. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll definitely try to answer them. Do subscribe to the channel. There are new videos and tutorials coming up. And don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you get a notification whenever there is a new video uploaded. Thanks and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.